We're just waiting. Right, we're live on YouTube, live on Facebook, live on Instagram. What's happening, people? Are you jumping on? Leave me an emoji in the comments just to let me know that you can hear me. You can see me okay, please. I have been recently, little story before I get started for you guys. I've been on TikTok for over a year, but I've been trying to grow my TikTok a little bit. And I didn't realize you can go live on there. Like if you're over 1,000 followers, you can go live on there as well. So I think that's the next step for me, is to be live to you guys on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you've not got me on TikTok and you're on TikTok, you can go and follow me. It's just my normal sort of handle at type1_Tom. And I find people on TikTok like the funny shit. I do share a lot of this shit to my reels, but they like funny stuff about Type 1. When I do dead informative posts trying to give value and help people, it doesn't get that many views. When it's me being an absolute dick or taking the piss, it gets thousands of views. So I think I'm onto something there, aren't I? But yeah, you guys can go and head over there and get me on TikTok if you are on TikTok. If not, what you're playing at, even my mum's on TikTok. My mother is on TikTok. Probably don't know how to use it properly, but she's on TikTok. I know because I get fucking messages, inboxes saying, look at this dog, look at this, look at that. So get on TikTok. I tell you, it's the future. Right. Anyway, we've got a few people jumping on now. What's happening, team? Hope you're good. If you're watching this on the replay or the live right now, let me know how your day's going in the comments. We're going to get started in about 30 seconds. Just going to make sure that we've got everything dialed in. And then we are going to get on with this episode. Cool. Right. Hit record. Okay, we're rolling. 3, 2, 1. Yes, team, welcome back to another episode of the Type 1 Movement podcast. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about, it's like a mindset episode, but I'm going to give you 4 things to help you with this issue that I see a lot at the end. So stick around till the end. I'm going to be talking about how, like, never expecting problems with your diabetes and life, I'm going to give you some fucking banging examples, is just setting yourself up to fail. But before we get into it, as always, team, please leave me a rating and a review on the podcast app, as it really does help me reach more Type 1 diabetics and positively impact our community. I really do appreciate that. Much love. And also, give it a screenshot. Share it to your Instagram stories. Tag me at type1_Tom. A lot of you guys have been doing this, and I really do appreciate it. So make sure to do that. Right. I'm going to tell you guys a little story. I was just telling the guys on the live then a little story about how I'm on TikTok. I'm trying to grow my account and stuff like that. I'm not going to tell a story about that. But if you guys haven't got me on TikTok, it's type1_Tom. Go and get me on there. Yeah. I'm posting a lot of more funny shit than like sort of action content on there. But if you're up for a good laugh, go and watch it. Go and get me on TikTok. Anyway, I'm going to tell you a little story, a bit diversion there, but I'm going to tell you guys a little story about, I think it was last week, what happened to me. So I was heading to bed and it was quite cold where I live. So I thought, right, I'm going to have to put fucking heating on. Proper northern, that England, northern, innit? Heating. I'm going to have to put heating on, in bedroom. And I put the heating on. I woke up in the morning and it was pretty fucking warm. So I was like, right, I need to turn it off. So I turned it off because I've got like, in the master bedroom, it's like a separate heating thermostat thing to the rest of the house. So I turns it off. Had my shower, did my morning routine. Went back, I was like, it's still a bit warm in here. Felt the radiators in the ensuite and in my bedroom, and it was still on. I was like, this is weird. It's been about 30, 40 minutes and it's still on. Turns out the heating was stuck on. So I sent like a message to like the people to get in touch with the plumber and what have you. And in the end, I just ended up turning it off at the boiler. It's kind of sorted itself out now. But this got me to thinking. I've had a few other issues with this house. I mean, I've been in this house 6 months now. And I thought, like, if you own a house or even if you rent a house and you don't expect shit to go wrong with it and have to solve problems, you're setting yourself up to fail, right? Which leads us nicely onto this episode. Like, if you own a house or you rent a house and you think that everything's going to be smooth running, you're never going to get issues, you're setting yourself up to fail. You are going to. Also, this can be applied to, like, I'm a big cyclist. Like, I love cycling my bike. And I've fallen off my bike 3 times. Like, if you own a bike and you cycle and you think you will never fall off, you're going to fall off. It's going to happen. Another good example is if you're a business owner, you run your own business. Like, I go through this, business owners go through this. If you run a business and you think everything's going to be up all the time, it's going to be hunky-dory, you're never going to get downs, you're setting yourself up to fail. A lot of you guys are probably Like, give me a head nod, a little silent head nod if you're watching this or listening to this, and you can relate to that. Things going wrong with your house, you're gonna have to sort it out. If you ride a bike or you do any like high fucking adrenaline sports, the high adrenaline, because at some point you're probably gonna hurt yourself. Yeah. If you run a business, you're gonna get ups and downs. Yeah. So we understand that. But then why, as type 1 diabetics, do we expect to never have to deal with any problems? Why, as type 1 diabetics, do we never have, like a lot of us type 1s don't expect to deal with highs or deal with lows or deal with any frustration or kind of mindset issues and things? It's going to happen. And it's all part and parcel of it. Yeah. It's all part and parcel of being a type 1 diabetics, type 1 diabetic. Now, I want to say something, and I want you guys to fucking write this down because this is big. You need to understand this. And this is something I'm big with all my clients on as well. Yeah. We only grow through adversity, challenges, and problems. We only grow through adversity, challenges, and problems, especially when it comes to managing our fucking glucose levels and our diabetes. Like, there's a good saying, it's you don't go through challenges, you grow through challenges. Do you know what I mean? And I fucking love that saying. And this is so relevant to us as type 1. So if you're expecting that you're never going to get challenges, you're never going to get any adversity, you're never going to have to solve problems, you're setting yourself up for failure. And I say this a lot, like our job as type 1 diabetics is to solve problems. Yeah. Is to solve problems. That's our job. You are going to face problems. So, as I said at the start, I want to give you 4 sort of mindset shifts and 4 things that you can keep in the forefront of your mind that I use with all my clients. That's really going to help you set yourself up for success every single day. The first one is this. This is a big one. When you wake up every single morning, expect to have to solve some sort of problem. When you wake up every single morning, expect going throughout your day, you're going to be faced with a certain problem and you're going to have to solve this problem. This could be a blood glucose problem. It could be a mindset problem. It could be any other sort of problem that you will face throughout your day. Because if you wake up in the morning and you're like, now, don't get me wrong, the flip side to this, I'm not saying wake up and think my day's going to be fucking shit, blah, blah, blah. That's a victimized mindset. Get yourself out of that fucking right away. Yeah, we are not victims. Not you guys listening to this. You're not victims. You're going to dominate your diabetes. And that's why you're here listening to this. You want to get better. You want to learn. So I'm not saying wake up each morning and expect to have a shit day. I'm saying wake up each morning and be like, right, fucking come on, let's go. I know I'm probably going to have to solve some problems today. Could be a high, it could be a low, it could be with my mindset. Something might, shake me a little bit. Wake up and expect it because you will get something. And if you do go through a day where your levels are amazing, your timing range, your average, your day's smooth, great. But in the morning, you've not woken up thinking everything's going to be amazing today. You've kind of already determined that you will have to solve some problems. So when you run into these problems, it's not such a shock. It's not such a shock. Yeah. One of the most main causes of frustration, especially with diabetes and other things, and anxiety, is us thinking that we're never going to have to solve problems. Something not going the way that we believe it should be going. That causes frustration, it causes overwhelm, and it can cause anxiety. If we believe that every single morning the day is going to be mega, our levels are going to be mega, and they don't turn out that way, you've set yourself up for failure. So if you can wake up each morning and think, right, let's fucking do it. I'm going to have to solve some problems. I'm ready. Bring it on. You're just preparing yourself for what could potentially happen. That's a better mindset to wake up with each day. Second thing, a big one. If you do face a problem and you manage to solve that problem, please celebrate it. Please celebrate the win. I see so many type 1 diabetics out there that are doing great things, but because they're not where they want to be, their A1C isn't as low as they want it, their average, their time in range, the way they view their diabetes, but they're still working, putting the work in and doing great things. They're not celebrating these wins. You put that much pressure on yourself, and you cannot see that if you're solving problems, that's a good thing, because you're putting, pressure is good. A little bit of pressure is good. But if this pressure is so much that you can't see that you are still doing some good shit throughout your day, you've got a problem. So if you do, hence that saying solving problems, but if you do go through your day and you manage to solve some problems, let's say you manage to bowl us for a meal you've never managed to bowl us before and stay in range. Yeah. Let's say you even wake up in the morning and you're in range and it's not a normal occurrence. Yeah. Or you get a bit of a mindset problem. You start to feel yourself wobble a little bit. Your mindset goes a bit messy, but you manage to pull it back on track. Then please celebrate that as a win, because what this is doing is casting positive votes for you to build a solid, strong mindset and outlook towards your diabetes. And everything, I'm always big on this with clients. We have a full training on mindset in our program, and I'm always speaking about it when we do coaching calls. Everything starts with your mindset. Fucked up mindset, fucked up physical actions. Yeah. Solid mindset, solid physical actions. That's how you're going to win. And by realizing these wins, this good shit that you're actually doing, you're just ticking boxes, promoting that positive sort of momentum going forward. So that's the second thing. If you do get a problem throughout your day, you solve the problem, celebrate the fucking win. Give yourself a big pat on the back. The third thing, and there's a few subcategories in this as well, is if the same problem keeps happening to you, you need to change something. Let's say you have a meal that's high in fat, high in protein, and your blood sugar levels keep going all over the fucking place, but you keep doing the same thing. Like, I think Einstein said, well, he did say this, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. So if you have the same problem every single day, then that's just fucking that problem basically saying to you, hey, something needs to change. And it's your job as a type 1 diabetic to solve that problem, to realize what needs to be changed and solve that problem. Now, subcategories to this, the reason why a lot of type 1s can't solve it, probably one of the main things is they don't understand. They don't understand how to dial it back and where to look to initially strip everything back to basics and solve this problem. Yeah. And another big one is they're too frustrated, anxious, and overwhelmed, and you can't think clearly. Guys, this is something I want you to understand. If you're getting frustrated, you're getting anxious, you're feeling overwhelmed with everything, you put yourself in a very reactive state. You put yourself in a very reactive state. And a great example of this is a rage bolus. A rage bolus. Silent head nod here, team. Who fucking knows? And if you're watching this on the live, give me a fire emoji. Who's ever rage bolus? I know I have. Where's that come from? Well, obviously you're going high and you're like, fucking hell, I just wanted to bring down. You smash a load of insulin in. You have obviously got emotionally attached to that spike. You start to feel frustrated, maybe anxious about it, maybe a little bit overwhelmed. You're not thinking clearly, so you fucking rage bolus, you smash a load of insulin in. If you could have stayed calm, took a breath, and then been like, right, what caused this high? Then you would start to solve that problem. But instead, we're that fucking anxious, we're that overwhelmed, we see the high, emotions are sky high, we can't think clearly. First point of call, let's fucking whack a load of insulin in, we're chasing a low on the other end. That's a story for another time, but that is basically how roller coaster glucose levels start. So there, if the same problem keeps happening, you need to change something. Definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over fucking again and expecting different results. Yeah. And the two main things of why I don't see type 1 diabetics changing things to solve their problem is one, they don't understand. That is okay. If you put your hand up and say, I don't understand this, you can reach out to myself. There's a load of coaches. There's loads of stuff online. Just be careful of where you're going. And I will say this, I'm going to fire this in there as well. This is a big one. It may trigger some people. If you're in any groups, any Facebook groups, yeah, because no other platforms have groups. If you're in a Facebook group and you're having a problem with your diabetes and you post for help in that group, please, 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 please be careful of the information that you take in and that you choose to take note of and you choose to apply. Why do I say this? Because I'm in a lot of type 1 groups. I'm not going to point out any specifically. I also have my own group as well, free and for my clients. And I'm looking at some of the comments in these groups sometimes, yeah. I'm looking at some of the comments in these groups of someone really struggling and posting in and kind of asking for help, which is understandable, yeah. And then the comments on some of these is, I'll give you an example. One of them, this person must have been having a high, yeah, having high glucose. And she put the amount of insulin that she's taking in, and someone commented saying, wow, that's a fucking lot of insulin. I'd be so scared to take that much. We need a certain amount of insulin. We're all different. Could you imagine if that woman seen that and she was like, fucking hell, I've given too much insulin, got really scared, decided to treat it as a low, or next time decided not to give that much and it was the right. What I'm saying here is if you're in a Facebook group and you're asking for help in there because you don't understand something, which is the point of this, please, please, please be so fucking careful of the comments that you read and that you choose to take on board and you choose to apply. Please, that's all I will say from that, because it fucking scares and worries me. And I say this because I love you guys. I'm like you, I'm a type 1. My life's work is helping you, and I'm just giving you a heads up. Just be careful of the information that you take in, please, because some of it's fucking dangerous and it fucking scares me. So please. And obviously, like I say, the reason if same problem keeps happening, back on track now. Sorry for the little rant, but I wanted to get that out there. Back on track. If same problem keeps happening, chances are you need to change something. If you're stuck with changing something, chances are you don't understand what to change, which is fine. We've all been there, even myself. Or 2, you're that frustrated and anxious and overwhelmed, you can't think clearly. You can't think clearly. And number 4, tip number 4, this is the last one for you guys, and this is a bit of tough love. This is probably going to hit pretty hard, right? I want you to realize you are not entitled to good blood glucose. Can't even say that fucker there. Good BG, good diabetes management. Yeah, you are not entitled to good blood glucose control or good health. You are not entitled to good blood glucose control or good health. It doesn't just happen. You're not entitled to it. You need to put the fucking work in. It doesn't just happen. Yeah, it doesn't just happen. And I can say this because I put the work in every single fucking day. My clients, when I'm sharing this social proof, saying, hey, look at my clients, look at the levels, look at what they're achieving. They're showing up for themselves and putting the fucking work in every day. All these other people that you might see, I'm good friends with Tal on Instagram, Owen, other type 1 coaches have got great control, who are able to help other type 1s because we put the fucking work in every single day. You are not entitled to good diabetes management or blood glucose control. You are not entitled to good health. It doesn't just happen. You need to fucking make that choice, make that decision, and put the work in every single day. That's the 4th thing. That's a bit of tough love, but that's how it is, guys. That's how it is. So I'll be honest, if you're going through your days and you're not trying to control your diabetes and something goes wrong, yeah, realize that things need to change because I'm the same. Let's say I was to just think, fuck this. I don't give a shit about my diabetes. I'm not going to test my levels. I'm not going to give me insulin. I can't be arsed. I've had enough. And I don't do it. And then something happens to me. Who's that on? I wasn't entitled to stop doing all that stuff and still achieve great control and good health. That's on me. I stopped putting the work in. You see where I'm going with this? And it's the same. It's on you. You're not entitled to not just this, but anything in life. Anything in life. And I'll flip it onto this. I am not entitled to be able to help my clients. I'm not entitled for you guys to come to me and say, hey, Tom, I want to join your program. Do you know what I mean? I'm not entitled for that. I need to work for that every single day. I'm showing up. I'm here. I'm doing podcasts. I'm giving you guys valuable information. I'm on my social medias all the time. I'm helping my clients all the time. I'm putting the work in. Yeah. And then you reap the rewards from the work that you put in. I'm not entitled to anything. And you're the same. You are not, unfortunately, entitled to just have great glucose control and good health. You need to put the fucking work in. Yeah. So that's enough on point number 4. I will recap these things. Like I say, it's a mindset shift. There are some actionable things, but it's a mindset shift that are going to help you set yourself up for success every single day. Not only your blood glucose management, but your health as well. Number 1, wake up each morning and expect to have to solve some problems. Probably with your blood glucose, maybe with your mindset. I still have to do this. Yeah. Number 2, if you solve the problem, big one, give yourself a pat on the back, celebrate the win. Realize you've done a great job. Keep that positive mindset momentum going forward. Number 3, if the same problem keeps happening, you need to change something. Stop fucking doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. That's like insanity, Einstein said. Yeah, if you don't understand, you can't change something, probably because you don't understand or you're too frustrated, anxious, and overwhelmed. You've not got clarity, you can't think clearly. And number 4, you are not entitled to good blood glucose control or good health. You need to put the work in. Put the work in now. You will achieve that and reap the rewards. Team, that is it. If you got value from this episode, please leave me a rating and a review. Also, give it a screenshot, share it, tag me on your Instagram stories at type1_Tom. If you want a bonus tip as well, reach out to me and tell me what your biggest takeaway was from this episode. Team, thank you very, very much for listening. I appreciate and love you all. Until the next episode, have the fucking best day ever. Peace. Right, gang. I know we got a few comments on there, so I'm going to have a quick scoop through. Appreciate every single one of you who has tuned in and watched. Why do you say tune in? Like, it's not like you need to tune in like old school, is it? You click on a fucking app, opening it up, and I'm there chatting on. So we don't really need to tune in. But thank you for clicking your app, opening it up, and watching me go on. I appreciate you guys. We've got a few emojis, fire emojis. Thanks, team. Appreciate you. We've got a few people giving the comments on the rage boluses. That's the best explanation of the decisions that we make when we're fucking frustrated and overwhelmed is a rage bolus, because I think we've all fucking done it, right? Dave, tell me look like I have a black eye, the shadow from the mic. That was a fight with my dog. I've not got a black eye, but when I move out. Right. We're going to have a quick look through you guys on Instagram, what's happening. Hope we're all good on there. We've got a few emojis. Thanks, team. Appreciate you. Cool. Fred, over 20-mile bike ride today. Let's fucking go. Love it. Well done, girl. We got those fire emojis going off from the rage bowlers. Love it. Dude, welcome at 280. Rage bowlers. Now I'm 46. This is what I mean about the rage bowlers. Eh? It fucking gets us all at times. But now you'll know. Now you'll know why it happens. And next time, and say this to all you guys, when you're high, sit, take a fucking breath, try and figure out why, and go easy. Go easy on fucking the correction. Yeah. This is why it's always important to test your correction factor. You guys should know how many units, like 1 unit of insulin in, is how many sort of moles or milligram per deciliter that brings you down by. And then even if you know that, you may rage bolus at times, but if you stop, take a breath when you're high, think clearly, you're going to be able to know, right, well, 1 unit brings me down by this much, so I'm not acting in a rage bolus fucking state, anxious and overwhelmed, frustrated. I'm going to put this amount in. Quick tip for you guys there. Cool. Good words here. Appreciate you. Thank you. Right, team. That is it. Really appreciate you watching this live. As always, hope you have a fucking best day ever. And until the next live, peace. Thank you very much, gang.